Good evening, everyone. It is 7:30? 7 o'clock. Oh, okay, thank you. PM, and I call this regular meeting to order. Welcome to tonight's board meeting. I want to welcome the media and everyone joining us in person via Zoom. Tonight, I am filling in for President Salazar, and Trustee Fleek is filling in as the clerk. We ask those joining the meeting, joined us this evening to please silence any electronic devices not linked to this meeting. If you would like to make a public comment, please listen carefully to the directions provided by the clerk at the opening of each public comment. Superintendent Lau.
So Clerk Mendoza will be speaking to you as if you're President Mendoza from this point forward, and members of the board, staff, and members of the public, we'd like to remind everyone of our vision and our mission. Madera Unified will set the standard for hard work, creativity, and resiliency with a fearless drive to continuously improve. And our mission states that we're committed to creating and sustaining a culture enabling Madera Unified students to experience an unparalleled educational journey that is intellectually, socially, and personally transformative. That's our work this evening.
Thank you, Superintendent. Item 3, roll call. Ms. Elizondo, can you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Trustee Cervantes Hernandez.
Here.
Trustee Duque Martinez.
Present.
Trustee Ahmad.
Here.
Trustee Cortez.
Here.
Trustee Dybert.
Here.
Trustee Fleek.
Here.
Trustee Seibert.
Here.
Clerk Mendoza.
Here.
And President Salazar is absent.
Thank you, Ms. Elizondo.
Sorry, I was going to say for this portion of the meeting.
Clerk Fleek, could you please lead us in the flag salute?
Yes. Stand. Ready, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Clerk Fleet. Tonight's scheduled invocation will be provided by Pastor Sammy Neely of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist of Madera. I invite Pastor Neely to the podium. Sir, if you will.
Let us bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you for this blessed evening. Thank you for waking us all up this morning. Thank you for what you have done in our lives, Lord. I ask you, Lord, that you touch everybody and open their hearts and their minds up to conduct their business and their different issues and things that they got going on, Lord. I ask you, Lord, that you bless them, touch them, and guide them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Neely. Item 4, closed session, reportable actions, Superintendent Lyle.
We have none to report tonight, sir.
Thank you, Superintendent Lyle. Item number 5, adoption of the agenda, Ms. Elizondo.
Action to add or delete items from any portion of the agenda or to discuss any consent agenda items must be taken prior to the adoption of the agenda.
Superintendent Lyle, does your staff have any items to add or delete from the agenda?
We do not this evening.
Thank you, sir. Trustees, do you have any items to add or delete from the agenda? I'll start first with Trustee Cervantes Hernandez.
No.
Thank you. Trustee Duque Martinez.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Ahmad.
No thanks.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Dybert.
No, I don't, thanks.
Thank you. Trustee Cortez.
No.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Seibert.
No.
Clerk Fleek.
None, thank you.
Thank you. Do I have a motion, a second to adopt the agenda as presented? Please state your name when making the motion and the second.
Trustee Cortez, and I motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
Trustee Dybert, I second that motion.
Thank you. It has been moved by Trustee Cortez and second by Trustee Dybert to adopt the agenda as presented. Ms. Elizondo, could you please poll the board?
Trustee Cervantes Hernandez.
Aye.
Trustee Duque Martinez.
Yes.
Trustee Ahmad.
Yes.
Trustee Cortez.
Yes.
Trustee Dybert.
Yes.
Trustee Seibert.
Yes.
President Salazar is absent. Clerk Fleek
Yes.
and President Mendoza.
Yes.
President Mendoza, I counted 8 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions, and 1 absent. 2 of the votes were preferential.
Thank you, Ms. Elizondo. So move on to item number 6A1, student staff recognition, the Madera minutes. Superintendent Lau.
President Mendoza, Clerk Fleek, members of the board, and general public, we have had an amazing few weeks with homecoming activities, lots of school activities, jogathons. I mean, you name it, our kids have been incredibly busy. Pumpkin Patch was pretty amazing. Here's a collection of the highlights of our last 2 weeks.
Madera Unified continues to move forward. A new kindergarten through 8th grade school is coming to the west side of Madera. The King Hussein School is expected to open in August 2026 and will serve up to 1,000 students. Span Construction founder King Hussein generously donated 50 acres of land for this project. The new school, named after Hussein, will offer innovative learning spaces. Throughout the month, students and staff across the district have participated in a traditional Walk to School Day event at various schools, including Alpha, Madison, Washington, Monroe, Sierra Vista, Virginia Lee Rose, and Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School. The event helps promote safer routes for students. Chavez Elementary is planning its event for a later date. And a fun day at the farm. An estimated 1,600 TK and kindergarten students participated in this year's Madera Future Farmers of America Ag Literacy Days event. Madera FFA members assisted students in hands-on activities and interactive lessons. As a bonus, each student took home a pumpkin. Congratulations to Torrey's High School's boys cross-country team, which recently broke the all-time Central Section record at Rough Rider cross-country competition at Woodward Park. The team is currently ranked 3rd in the state in Division II. In other things, Madera South High School students showed their school spirit during a special homecoming rally and parade. This year's theme, Once Upon a Stallion Story, a Fairy Tale Homecoming, had everyone dressed in their favorite folktale. During halftime, they held the traditional honorary staff walk parade. Congratulations to this year's homecoming royalty, Diamond Mitchell and Ethan Montesano Toro. And Torres High School students also had a special homecoming rally and parade. This year's theme, A Marvelous Homecoming, brought everyone's superhero to light. Congratulations to Kipri Adams and Amani Sual, this year's homecoming royalty.
Very nice, thank you, Superintendent Lau. Item 6B, hearing, public hearing for visitors who wish to speak on a subject not on the board agenda. Ms. Elizondo, if you will, please.
15 minutes of this portion of the meeting are reserved for members of the public to address the board on items not listed on the agenda and within the jurisdiction of the school board. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes. If the subject is an item on the agenda, the board president has the option of asking the speaker to hold the comment until the item is called. Comments on items listed as a public hearing on the agenda should be held until the hearing is open. The school board is prohibited by law from taking actions on matters discussed that are not on the agenda, and no adverse conclusion should be drawn if the school board does not respond to public comment at this time. If you wish to address the board on an item not on the board agenda, please step up to the podium and state your name and city of residence. If you are joining remotely and would like to make public comment, click on the reactions icon located at the bottom of your screen. In the reactions window, click on the raise hand button and wait for your name to be called. Speakers will be allowed to address the board in the order they approach the podium or appear on our screen.
My name is Tim Riche. I live at 3015 Mateo Avenue, 93637. You guys can come by after. Good evening, Board President Mendoza, Clerk Fleek, trustees, Superintendent Lyle, and everyone that can hear my Southern accent come out through the nervousness. I wear many different hats in life and many different hats for Madera Unified School District. One of the areas that I'm most proud of is the opportunity that I have to volunteer as chair of the Madera Linkage Foundation. Our 503c organization is comprised of a board that are leaders in Madera and beyond and take a loving interest in Madera, especially its younger citizens. Our goal is to raise money and awareness about our students and help fill gaps to ensure our students from Lavina to Berinda a world-class education. 100% of the money donated to Linkage Foundation goes directly to our students. We regularly get support from close to 170 staff who donate monthly, and as well as we seek donations from our partners. This past year, we received a $10,000 donation from PG&E and $5,000 from Parsec. As our partners, they see the value in what we do as well as we see the needs of our students. This year, we gave out the money in the form of mini grants. We supported FFA, Project Run Madera, and donated to the Leo's Code Drive. Project Run Madera focuses on the needs of athletes, especially our female athletes, and providing sports bras and shoes. Alicia Brown was one of these students at one time and is now a teacher in our district and runs the Project Run Madera. The Leos provide coats and shoes to some of our neediest students. Several of the Leos were once recipients themselves. It's a wonderful organization we support. We like to partner with. As far as the rest of the mini grants, most staff received $800 unless they asked for less. Quite a few of our teachers asked for games for students to play. Teachers are noting that students need non-computer related activities to build social skills with classmates. It is something we're seeing not just in Madera and the state, but across the country. Students need to learn to play together better. A few other grants we did, we invested in Kindness 101 curriculum to be used by fourth graders at Howard and shared throughout the school. We sponsored Zoo Phonics for kinder at Lavina. I'm not really sure what Zoo Phonics is, but it sounded really cool, and she promised that it would help kids want to read more in kinder. Mystery writing project at Alpha encourages writing and skill building collaboration. We invested in a butterfly garden at Mountain Vista. Manipulatives for learning geometry at Pershing. And we're partnering with Howard staff 4-H and building a chicken pen. They're going to have chickens out there and 4-H and all kinds of fun stuff. Anyway, my proudest one is we purchased sleeping bags, towels, socks, gloves, and items to support the students from Lavina to go to camp in February. These items Ms. Tamberry will reuse every year, will make camp accessible to the students that will most benefit from going. It's kind of cold up in the mountains in February. In total, the Linkage Foundation board voted and donated to 18 different groups over $15,000 worth of grants. This is the most we've donated in recent years. I'm very proud of what we've accomplished. Once again, we continue to look ahead. Our needs are huge, but so are opportunities to meet those needs. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to us. And if you ever have any questions about the Linkage Foundation or you want to be a part of something, please let me know. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Richer. Good information. Thank you. I'll move on to, Ms. Elizondo, is there any others?
No others, sir.
Okay, thank you. So seeing no one or hear any others, close public.
I'm sorry, there is one
Oh,
more.
there is one more. Okay. Apologize. Go ahead.
Good evening, board members. My name is Daisy, and I'm here on behalf of Nuyavi to extend an invitation to an upcoming Oaxacan food sale that we will be having on November 1st at the Courthouse Park from 12 to 8. We hope you will join us for this special occasion. We will be having traditional Oaxacan food such as pozole, tamales, mole, and we will also be having traditional Oaxacan coffee and pan dulce. So thank you for considering our invitation, and I have some flyers here that I want to leave with you.
Thank you. If you could pass them over to Ms. Elizondo there. And thank you very much, Daisy. Okay, Ms. Elizondo, is there nobody else? Okay. See or hear no one else, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing and move on to item number 7, which is Student Board Representative Report. We have two, Julissa Cruz of Alternative Education and Eric Cortez of Madera High School. I invite Julissa Cruz to present the Alternative Education Student Board Representative Report. Please, if you will.
Good evening, Acting President Mendoza, Superintendent Layo, and board members. My name is Julissa Cruz, and I'm a junior at Mount Vista High School. I will be presenting information on behalf of the Alternative Education School. First up is Mountain Vista High School. Next slide, please. Thank you. Here at Mountain Vista, we assembled a reading lab team. A part of our team, we have Ms. Husoff and Ms. Mendoza. We had a successful library outreach visit on October 10th. They had half of our reading lab students complete the library card application to sign up for a library card, as well as some of our other teachers registering too. Sorry. We wanted to congratulate our students for successfully completing the curriculum. They celebrated this fantastic achievement with Mr. Montiel and Ms. Para, our intervention specialist. Their hard work and dedication have truly paid off. Thank you. We would also like to say congratulations to our fifth-year seniors Sincerity Peralta, Leslie Gomez, and Destiny Miranda. We are extremely proud of our Panthers and their determination to finish the race. They are an excellent representation of what believing is all about. We hosted a breast cancer awareness event on October 16th. We had a fantastic turnout. It was a great opportunity for both students and staff to honor someone they know who has been impacted with breast cancer. These hearts will be up around campus for the remainder of October. We celebrated our second Roaring Thursday with Pan Dulce and Loteria. Students were able to come in and enjoy some Pan Dulce and get a couple rounds of Loteria in. The students had a blast. Shout out to Ms. Brown for calling the spaces for Loteria. For Student Hero, Mount Vista staff chose Jalissa because she is an outstanding student, leader, and a powerful advocate for student voice. Also, as a member of LCAP and PAC, she exemplifies dedication and commitment to improving our school community. Jalissa sets a remarkable example for all our students, inspiring them to engage and make a difference. Thank you, Jalissa, for your leadership and being a true champion for students. Mountain Vista Panthers had their senior sunrise last Friday on October 18th. This was an awesome time for our seniors to celebrate their final year and create memorable memories with their friends. Next is Ripperton High School. New day with new opportunities to grow and become great individuals in the classroom and become great within themselves. Ripperton students attended MLK and Thomas Jefferson Middle School and mentored students on Thursday for the month of October. Ripperton students would speak with middle school students on their personal experience and provided guidance for them. On September 26, we launched our Behavioral Elementary Engagement Program. Ripperton students visited Pershing Elementary School as part of our Behavioral Elementary Engagement Program. Ripperton students interacted with students in the classroom and outdoor setting. On October 4th, our Ripperton students went on a field trip to the Monterey Aquarium in Monterey, California. Students learned about the different ecosystems involved with the Bay of Monterey. Students interacted with staff members at the aquarium in group discussions and were given some leisure time to explore the famous Cannery Row of Monterey. On October 14th, at the Prices Building at 6 p.m., our academic counselor, Ms. Santana, hosted an ELAC meeting with parents of students of Ripperton Community Day School. Ripperton students were given opportunities to explore different colleges and career choices this past week. On October 16th, Ripperton students visited the Furman Independent Studies for the College Career Fair. Then again, on October 18th, Ripperton students went on a college and career field trip to the Universal Technical Institute in Sacramento, California. Our staff at Ripperton nominated these students for the Student of the Week for the month of October. These students displayed resilient, optimistic, accountable, and dedicated to themselves, family, school, and community. Up next is the Furman Independent Study information. Students learned about college life during a presentation from a representative from Jessup University. Students learned a lot. As a result of that visit, two students, Emma Cathcart and Daisy Macias, were accepted into Jessup University and were considering attending there in the fall. At the conclusion of the ELAC and School Site Council meeting, more than 40 students were recognized for their positive attendance during the first month of school. We hope to recognize many more students in the months ahead. Students went on a field trip to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, where they took part in several group presentations and discussions. Students from student leadership came in on Tuesday, October 15, to prep our campus for the College and Career Fair. Then they came in early on October 16 to ensure everything was ready to greet our presenters and guests. Everyone did a fantastic job serving throughout the College and Career Fair. On October 16, Furman hosted a College and Career Fair and invited all alternative education sites to attend. All students learned a lot about colleges, the military branches, and various careers. It was a lot of fun and very informative. All alternative education sites thanked the community for their support at this event. All of the alternative education school sites believe in helping all students, finishing strong, and graduating. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Cruz. Now I invite Eric Cortez to present the Madera High School Student Board Representative Report. Sir, if you will.
Good evening, Acting President Mendoza, Acting Clerk Fleek, Superintendent Lyle, Board of Trustees, and members of the community. I will be presenting Madera Coyotes column. National Hispanic Heritage Month concluded last week. It was highlighted by our own MHS mariachi performances and cultural treats provided by our Mexican American and Dreamers clubs. Next, please. MHS Choir. On October 10th, our MHS Choir had their first concert series of the year featuring smash hits from Disney Productions. Mr. Anderson could not be more proud as each night students sang in the front of sellout crowds. Next slide, please. Athletics. Our athletic spotlight began. Our athletic spotlight begins with our first ever girls flag football senior night. We celebrated 3 seniors for their hard work and dedication to the sport. On Friday, our Coyote gymnasts competed in the Central Section Championships. We are happy to report that nearly half the team earned individual medals ranging from first to third. Last but not least, our varsity champions from the spring were honored with championship rings at the pregame ceremony for their achievements in wrestling, swim, and track. Next slide, please. Link Crew Academic Follow-Up. On October 16th, our Link Crew had their first academic follow-up of the year. Leaders gave our freshmen lessons on finding balance in and outside of school. It was a great opportunity for our upperclassmen to really connect with our newest Coyotes. Next slide, please. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. On October 18th, we kicked off our breast cancer awareness campaign with a pink out at our home football game. Color Guard, band, cheer, and dance showed their support by wearing pink ribbons and specialty apparel. Our next featured game will be on Thursday at Volleyball Senior Night. Next, please. Student Hero Awards. This quarter's character focus for our student hero recognition was respect. Staff were asked to nominate any student they felt displayed respect. One student from each grade level was selected at the first quarter as the first quarter student hero. And on Friday, the staff member who nominated them presented them with their award. Next, please. FCCLA. Yes, Chef. ROP culinary students are currently spending 2 days receiving real-world experience by cooking for VIPs in Fresno at Chichansi Park as part of the annual CTE Expo. Next. Please take a look at our upcoming events, and thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Cortez. So moving on to item number 8, Student Board Member Information Reports. So I call upon Trustee Orantes Hernandez. I invite you to share your report with the board, please.
Good evening, President Mendoza, Clerk Fleek, trustees, Superintendent Lyle, and distinguished guests. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. Throughout the month of October, Stallions have been actively engaged in a variety of activities and events, including homecoming and its festivities. The homecoming activities provided a positive outlet for students to channel their energy into constructive activities and engage in school spirit. FFA has been active this month with their successful pumpkin patch, as well as hosting their Ag Literacy Days with hundreds of elementary school students from all schools of Madera Unified. These Ag Literacy Days included the Fun Zone, where students got to plant their own pumpkin seeds, as well as the petting zoo, in which it allowed them to learn about different species of animals like sheep, goats, rabbits, and more. In recent weeks, senior activities have commenced, highlighted by the CSU and UC College Application Week. During this week, seniors were excused from class to work on their application with several counselors for their applications, along with a senior meeting where all seniors got important information on caps and gowns, as well as more college information and the graduate profile and portfolio. Stallion Honor Society traveled to the San Joaquin Valley Town Hall to hear guest speaker Scott Pelley. Senior Janet Valdez won a $500 scholarship, and all the students had a personal Q&A with Mr. Pelley. Additionally, the public safety senior class successfully hosted a mock interview event in order to prepare them for life after high school. This event saw participation from numerous community members and high-ranking officials from various public safety branches, such as FBI, Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force, Sheriff's Department, Department of Justice, District Attorney's Office, and many more. The public safety senior class also hosted a luncheon the following day. Lastly, students are looking forward to rodeo rivalry and the activities that go along with the rodeo rivalry, like staff versus staff, competitions, the dress-up days, and, of course, the football game. Thank you for your time. This concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Sorrentes Hernandez. Now I call upon Trustee Duque Martinez. I invite you to share your report with the board.
Thank you. Good evening, buenas tardes, President Mendoza, Clerk Fleek, members of the board, Superintendent Lyle, staff, and members of the public. I hope you all are doing well and maintaining good health. On September 30th, THS alternate Capri Adams and I held our first student voice meeting of the year, welcoming a diverse group of student leaders into a space of support and open-mindedness. We opened with an activity which would stimulate the positivity influence within their social and personal lives, emphasizing a perspective of looking beyond what has happened in order to move forward with the change that can happen. This is followed by a series of 5 topics, including the new 7-period schedule, social emotional support services, respect shown on campus, student-to-student engagement, and student-to-teacher engagement. In my previous report, I mentioned the anticipation of Trustee Adams and I as we awaited the feedback from our student leaders who would be fundamental factors in the implementation of new ideas, strategies, and overall processes for the enhancement of our campus. Within just a few minutes of the group discussions, the students exceeded all expectations as they openly voiced their experiences, opinions, and concerns, which were soon accompanied by solutions to complex situations. There were 2 topics which the students set an emphasis on above all else: social emotional support services and respect shown on campus. Our students strongly advocated for themselves in addition to others in order to illustrate their dissatisfaction with the way in which they have been approached throughout challenging environments. In alliance with our administration, we have communicated ways in which this can be improved, and we look forward to the implementation of these new strategies. Mental health is a topic often overlooked due to the weight of its intricate details. Fortunately, our student leaders have found enough comfort within our student voice meetings to share their perspective through personal experiences. On that note, they have expressed their need for a stronger platform which will spread a deeper connection to the mind of our students. I took this into consideration as we progress through the Mental Health Youth Summit weekend, surrounded by mental health advocates within California. On the last day of our conference, 3 Torres High students sat alongside Madera County mental and behavioral health employees in order to assess what can be done not only for our high school, but for our community as a whole. We welcomed new ideas and brought in our perspectives, which allowed us to form a foundation of new projects aimed towards the development of our diverse students within Madera County. These projects will touch upon not only mental health, but the effects of opioids, fentanyl, alcohol, and other substances which surround our younger generations. We welcome Madera County on Mental Health Monday, November 4th, to initiate the beginning of HOSA Week, where there will be work alongside them to provide additional support services and activities to influence a positive response to the climate of our campus. This is only the beginning of our transition to the advancement of community engagement, but we believe it is a strong start. Before I conclude my report, I would like to highlight my pride in not only sharing this information, but in the student body for acknowledging the power of their voice. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Trustee Duque Martinez. Now we move on to item number 9, consent agenda. Ms. Elizondo, if you will.
Items listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine and are acted on by the Board of Trustees in one motion. There is no discussion of these items prior to the board vote unless a member of the board or staff requests specific items be considered and discussed separately and/or removed from the consent agenda prior to the adoption of the agenda. It is understood that the administration recommends approval on all consent items. Each item on the consent agenda approved by the Board of Trustees shall be deemed to have been considered in full and adopted as recommended.
Sorry. I now open consent agenda for the public comment. Ms. Elizondo?
If you wish to address the board on an item included in the consent agenda, please step up to the podium and state your name and city of residence. If you are joining remotely and would like to make a public comment, click on the reactions icon located at the bottom of your screen. In the reactions window, click on the raise hand button and wait for your name to be called. Speakers will be allowed to address the board in the order they approach the podium or appear on our screen. President Mendoza, we do not have participants who wish to address the board at this time.
Thank you, Ms. Elizondo. See no one or anyone coming forward, I close for public comment. I'll now entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. State your name when making the motion and when you second the motion.
Trustee Fleek, I move to approve the consent agenda.
Do I have a second?
Gamad second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Clerk Fleek and second by Trustee Ahmad to approve the consent agenda. There are two resolutions in the consent agenda. Ms. Elizondo, can you please poll the board for the record?
Trustee Cervantes Hernandez.
Aye.
Trustee Duque Martinez.
Yes.
Trustee Ahmad.
Yes.
Trustee Cortez.
Yes.
Trustee Dybert.
Yes.
Trustee Seibert.
Yes.
President Salazar is absent. Clerk Fleek
Yes.
and President Mendoza.
Yes.
President Mendoza, I counted 8 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions, and 1 absent. 2 of the votes were preferential.
Thank you, Ms. Elizondo. So now we move on to item 10A, union time. At this time, I invite the president of the unions to address the board. Mr. Holder.
President Mendoza, Acting Clerk Fleek, Board Members, Superintendent Lyle, just be brief. Got there a little bit late yet last week, but the Furman High School College and Career Day was another successful event. A lot of good comments about what took place last Wednesday. And on Saturday at the Fossil Discovery Center, they had a really great Halloween event for kids. And so that's it for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Holder. Ms. Elizondo, do we have any other presidents that would like to?
No, do we not?
address the
We
board?
do
No.
not, sir.
Okay,
No.
thank you. So we'll move on to item number 11, superintendent's time. Superintendent?
I just have 2 items this evening, sir. I want to thank everyone for being a part of the groundbreaking that took place on October 15th. Deputy Superintendent Schwartz, Director Cox, their teams, all the trustees that came, cabinet members, the dignitaries that came from across the community, the Measure M team. It was really great to just be there and celebrate the level of generosity that that King and his family have provided to the students of Madera Unified. So thank you all for being there one more time. And then I also want to call out the success of our student voice team meeting at Torres High School and with Alternative Education. Torres was just recent and it was already spotlighted this evening by Trustee Duque Martinez. But we also had an opportunity today to meet with our Alt Ed students, and I think the trustees who were present, Trustee Dybert, Clerk Fleek, I think they would agree that every time we get a chance to talk to our students, they are so deeply appreciative of the opportunities that they get in alternative education, the kind of teachers and support staff that they interact with. There were so many compliments today. There were some things they really want, right? They want more shade. They want some places to sit. There were some things that we can certainly help with. There was some discussions about intramurals and the opportunity to do some things at lunch that feel a little bit more normalized for students in alt ed, especially because they're earning those with good behavior. But the credit that they kept giving was to the leadership of the staff and the principal and just the entire organization. They just feel very grateful that they get a place, as one student said, to start over, get a second chance. So I want to spotlight that, and I want to thank the trustees for continually seeing the value in our alt ed students, because one size has never fit all. So thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent. So moving on to item number 12, announcements. Superintendent Law, do you have any announcements for the board?
Just 2, sir. The 2024 Service with Pride and Student Champion Hall of Fame event will be held on Thursday, October 24th, out at the Manor on Avenue 9. So if there are any issues with your RSVP or your attendance, please do let us know and we will work with you. And then on Monday, November 11th, we have Veterans Day. That is a holiday. And around the world, that's called Armistice Day. But here in the United States, we call it Veterans Day. And that is a sacred day for all of us. And then lastly, it's election season. So on the 5th of November, please get out and vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Lau. So now moving on to item 13A, miscellaneous board member committee information reports. Again, trustees, this is an opportunity for you to provide the board with a brief update of a report from committee meetings or events that you have attended. I'll start off with first trustee Dybert.
Thank you, President Mendoza. Sorry. I didn't know you were going to start with me. On October 9, I attended the PAC meeting. I believe it was the first meeting maybe for the year. There were, as usual, really good representation, if not all the parents, but the majority were there. And they went over the rules and election of their board, and staff provided information on the LCAP and student progress. On October 11, I attended and served as a judge of Madera South High School homecoming events and the floats. It was a fun event, and I really liked the new setup. It used to be kind of crowded before, but there was more room for the floats to go through, so it was a lot of fun. I'm not going to talk about the groundbreaking ceremony. We were all there. I think all the trustees know what happened there, but it was very moving. I really loved the heartwarming story of Mr. Hussein and his kind donation. On the same day, I also attended the Adams School Site Council meeting. I was pleased to see at least 2 parents at that meeting. Principal Quiroz, just like other site principals themselves, they would like to have more parent participation. There's not a lot of parent participation, and I know she's trying to find ways to attract their parents to come to their meetings. On October 16, I was very excited. I know it was mentioned by Superintendent Lyle and also was mentioned on the reports of the alternative education student. I attended the Furman Independent Study College and Career Fair. It was really nice to see the buses being unloaded from Mount Vista and also
Forgot,
from
I'm supposed
Laguna
to
School.
zoom into the board meetings.
What a different per se vendors representative. There were representatives from UC Merced, some colleges, some of the careers from at Madera South, and also the Madera Police Department was there. And the one that really caught my eye, and I brought something actually from the Madera Police Department. They are going to create, I believe, a police officer trainee. The starting salary is $24.83 an hour, so annually $51,636. And the minimum qualifications are a high school diploma, and of course, this other license that they need. But it's very good for a student to, to have a high school diploma and get them engaged. And they said they'll provide all the training, and so that was pretty encouraging. The other one that caught my eye, and I didn't know about it, is this Universal Technical Institute. I believe the representative already has spoken with, I believe it's Madera South, but they have short-term careers for our students. And I was browsing through this, and their careers, they say they will provide them the training in Sacramento. That's the closest one. And I said, well, how do the students have to move over there? He says, we can work with the students' family. We can provide them with housing at no cost to the students or low cost. And then they promise them that right after they graduate, they will have a job. So in browsing I was like, wow, that's really good. In browsing here their pamphlet, I was looking at their careers. Of course, I can't find it now. But some of them, their careers of 9 months, non-destructive testing. They have HVAC refrigeration technicians in 9 months, industrial maintenance 7 to 9 months. I mean, some of them go to aviation on 24 months. airframe and power plants, automotive, diesel, industrial maintenance. And then there's the list that goes on and on. But this is really good for some of our students that really, don't want to go to college, but it also, they're paying for their schooling. They're giving them the housing and they're promising them a job. So I'm not sure what the experience has been, if any of our students in the comprehensive high school have done this, but this might be something that we should promote a little more, especially for students who, want to be hands-on on that. So so that really caught my eye. I spoke with him for a little while about it. So that is on that. And today I attended the Alternative Ed Student Voice meeting. I was very, very happy with Trustee Campos Gutierrez. She really put a very well thought agenda, I would say. The topics were right on. It goes along. One of the topics is they want to have sort of a library quiet area where they can read books. I was like, they wanted to have books, actual books. And I think that's really good. It goes along our district, district goal, students to read some more. They talked about, some girls talked about having mirrors in their bathrooms. They talked about that will promote their self-esteem. And I know Superintendent Lyle did offer a lot of answers to a lot of their questions, and a lot of the answers were very positive. It's just a matter of, contacting the other administrators. I can't remember, I didn't bring my agenda, I think. They talked about breakfast at break. That was Mount Vista. They say that sometimes the buses come late, so they don't have time to eat breakfast. So they're going to work on that. Ripon School, they wanted a canopy shade area with benches by room 9 and patio area in front of room 2 and room 1. They would like to have student activities on campus during lunchtime so they can have more interaction. Vending machine options, but I think Superintendent Lyle talked to them about the legality on that. They asked also for more electives. They wanted to have more variety, and when asked, they asked for media arts to help them with life skills, computer skills, club sports teams. They don't have enough. They would like to have more of that. That was for Ripperdan. Furman Independent Study asked to have an Instagram for Furman students, because they say sometimes it's kind of hard to keep up with the news and everything that's going, because they're not constantly there. So Superintendent Lyle did a great job answering a lot of their petitions. So I think they left with a smile in their faces, and some of the students that joined remotely. So yeah, it was a very good meeting that I attended. I wish I could have attended your meeting. I'm sorry I wasn't available, but thank you. That's all for me.
Thank you, Trustee Dybert. Also to add on to, I think with Madera PD, their training, they pay for the academy. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they pay. That's perfect for an entry level. Someone who's leaving high school here with a high school diploma has an opportunity to work for the city and also remain here in the city for Madera. Trustee Cortez.
Nothing to report, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Ahmad.
Yes, I also attended groundbreaking of King Hussein along with other trustees and staff. A truly exciting moment for our community and our school district. I want to take this opportunity to recognize and deeply thank every staff member and team involved in making this vision a reality. Your dedication and expertise and hard work have laid the foundation that will empower our children, enhances their education and growth. That's all I have for this. And also I attended October 17, a district safety committee meeting via Zoom. Also we discussed cell phone policy for middle schools and Ripon. There are some town hall meetings were hosted in person and also virtual. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Seibert.
Yeah, well, Joanne and I attended the CVEC meeting. That's with all the superintendents in the area, our lobbying group. And I know it's like all the superintendents are there kind of agree, we all kind of agree. But we always have this laws coming down from the legislature telling us what we need to do. But it's not it's not what anybody wants. And so one of the things they were talking about, they wanted to pass is require a semester of personal finance at our high schools. Well, there goes another period. We got CTE classes. So they want to require that. So one of the comments was, well, we got 7 periods a day. Well, they want it to go to 8. So my thoughts were, here we got the legislature always telling us what we should do or what we need to do. They don't talk to us. Same thing in agriculture, dealing with the legislature. So I'm thinking that as a board, we got to be careful what we're telling our staff to do before we get their input. We got to listen to them, know what their problems with, and to make good decisions. And we just can't say, well, I want this, and then tell them this is what we're going to do. But we got to educate ourselves before we make demands on our staff. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Clerk Fleet, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I attended the same CVEC meeting that Trustee Seibert did. PAC had their first meeting for the school year, and most of the time was spent electing officers. Madera South had their homecoming parade and won the football game, which was really exciting. Cruz Martinez Farm had a tour and gave a presentation on growing produce for Chowchilla High School. And it was different and it was really interesting. Last Tuesday was the groundbreaking for the King Hussein School. Sorry, I'm repeating what other people have said. A number of schools are having their first school site council meetings, and they're always interesting. Torres had activities for their homecoming week. Unfortunately, Friday they lost to Hoover, but it was an exciting game and it was very close. Furman's College and Career Day was well attended and a lot of information was shared. They had different sessions that you could go to. I attended a Personnel Commission meeting and they covered all of their agenda and their meeting lasted 16 minutes. So I was jealous and they all look at me because our meetings always run so long. Safety had their Zoom meeting, and our student safety is always of utmost concern. And every time we have our meeting, they always go over what has been done and how it's working out. This morning was the student voice at Furman, and more schools are singing the alma mater. Thank you. I listened to Torres and I listened to South. I don't know their alma mater. I guess I should learn theirs also. But it was good to see them singing their alma mater and they were very proud. And they were singing right out to the football players. So hopefully the football players will learn the alma mater. Thank you.
Thank you, Clerk Fleek. As for myself, I'll just mention a couple things. I attended the breaking for King Hussein School and also the PAC meeting. Again, thank you, trustees, for your commitment and dedication to all these functions. So we'll go on to item number 14, advanced planning. The next regular board meeting is scheduled for November the 12th, 2024, here in Madera Unified School District, room on 1902 Howard Road, as if you didn't know. Okay. Item number 15, suggested future agenda items. Trustees, do you have any items you'd like staff to present at a future board meeting? I'll start off with Trustee Dybert.
No, thank you.
Trustee Cortez.
Not at the moment, thank you.
Trustee Ahmad.
No, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Seibert.
No.
Thank you, sir. Clerk Fleek.
Don't we just have one meeting in November? Isn't the 12th the only meeting we have? Oh, okay. No, I don't have any, but I just wanted to make sure people knew we only had one meeting in November.
Okay, thank you, Clerk Fleek. As for myself, nothing. So we'll go on to item number 16, which is the adjournment. It is 7:50 PM and I adjourn this meeting. Please, and thank you for attending the board meeting. And good night to everyone. Drive safe.